The Spanish government says an estimated 50,000 people crossed over from Morocco to Ceuta in a single day. Local officials say at least 34 people died, most by drowning, as crowds came across by land and sea on Thursday. Just take a look at these extraordinary images.
And you've just got to see the videos and the images. It is truly disturbing.
Violent clashes erupted along the Moroccan border as large groups of migrants forced their way through security barriers. Spanish and Moroccan security forces responded with tear gas and water cannons in an effort to contain the breach.
Tens of thousands of Arab Muslims breaching the gates, crossing by sea, invading the city, storming the beaches, running through the streets, setting cars on fire, trying to break into people's houses. It's literally an invasion.
With migrants spreading across the city. Local reports describe widespread disorder, including looting of shops and unrest in the streets, as authorities struggle to regain control.
Frustration is also growing among residents of the North African enclave, and Ceuta's mayor accuses the Spanish government of almost total passivity.
You know, I saw Spain yesterday, and I watched the catastrophe that took place. It looks like an invasion of a country by hundreds of thousands of people.
Just have a look at these scenes. This is happening today in Ceuta, the Spanish enclave in North Africa. Yep, it is Spanish territory.
Yeah, just break in, just run in. Who cares? This is an invasion. And it's an invasion of fighting-age men.
Tens of thousands, maybe more, breaking in to that little part of Spain. The authorities seemingly powerless to act. And yes, of course, they've declared a state of emergency.
Let's be real, but now that we have people coming in that we don't know, we feel even more unsafe because it's people like we really don't know.
Yeah.
And there are some cases of women that got sexual abuse by those crossing with them.
Bear this in mind. Earlier this year, Spain gave an amnesty to 500,000 people who'd illegally got into the country. The messages from Spain are clear. You know, come in and you'll be allowed to stay.
The government announced an amnesty in April, offering legal status to hundreds of thousands already in the country.
It is a matter of national identity, of national sovereignty. And neither Ceuta nor Melilla should be ceded, much less abandoned.
This is an invasion, and Spain is not for sale. Spain must be defended.
Founded in 2014, Vox used to be seen as a tiny fringe group, until last December when it won 12 seats in the Andalusian regional elections. The 43-year-old Basque, who comes from a family that supported Franco, has taken his party to more than 12% in opinion polls.
This was Vox celebrating winning its first 12 seats in Andalusia's regional election in 2018. In 9 years, Abascal has turned his fringe party into Spain's third largest electoral force.
And what's very interesting is to see how Vox has emerged on the political scene, because at the very beginning of Vox, the media considered it was too small, to be considered as a topic in itself. So this political party, they just grew on the social networks. And when you see today on the social networks, and especially on Instagram, Vox is the most followed party on Instagram.
On social media, Vox is ahead of the other parties, reaching out to young people like Angel and his friends who support traditional values. The leader of Spain's controversial anti-immigration party, Vox, has seen a surge of popularity.
In suburbs like La Cañada that overwhelmingly voted for the populist radical right party Vox in the last election, we find pensioners echoing the rhetoric of these parties. If they can work and have papers, great. The rest is an invasion, they tell us. It's a narrative that's been gaining traction across Europe. Fears of demographic change and migrants being blamed for the rise in the cost of living.
But you can say whatever you want and deceive us all you like. Your minister has been honest and said yes, they want to ban social media, just as your communist partners have been honest. They have already told us what the invasion and the mass regularization of over 500,000 people is for, to replace the Spaniards they don't like.
Vox wants to expel illegal migrants and use a naval blockade to stop them arriving in Spain.
And migration from Africa has been one of the key issues that Vox has campaigned on.
The real Spain is alive. It has awoken. Thank God.
Abascal started out as a PP lawmaker but fell out with the party, partly over its handling of the ETA Basque militant group and other separatist challenges.
Founded by disillusioned People's Party politicians and party members who thought the People's Party had become too left-wing in certain respects.
Our neighborhoods are degrading as a result of illegal immigration and drug trafficking. I believe it. And the people who live in that neighborhood and who are listening to us believe it too.
The first thing to do is permanently militarize the border for as long as necessary. We must provide the legal powers, material resources, and legislative changes needed so that our armed forces, police, and Guardia Civil can effectively defend the border with whatever level of force is necessary.